Welcome back to Blog Access 101. I'm your host, Young Abachi. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify by searching Blog Access 101. And if on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's episode 175. Here today with my co-host, Kyle. What up, Kyle?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Not much. We first start off with the Chiefs and the Lions. I'm not gonna lie, that Thursday night football game was definitely dreadful to say the least until it started getting a little bit better in the second half. The Chiefs, were without Travis Kelce and Chris Jones sitting out due to contract holdout, which I still don't know why they haven't paid him. But after this game, they better have paid him because Montgomery was running all one. What he had 21 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, Jameer Gibbs is definitely a great pickup for them.
Yeah.
Um, what he had 6 carries, 32 yards. I had him on my fantasy team. I wish he would have got the ball more, but I don't know, like it's the small things because you're a football head, and it's like David Montgomery might keep him off the field, not just due to his running, but the pass blocking, the way he was helping out protection for Goff to be able to throw the ball.
Hmm.
And I was like, yeah, that might keep Gibbs off the field a little bit. So they might have to find other ways to add him into the offense because I love Montgomery when he was with Chicago last year. He was on a fantasy team. He actually was on a team I won a fantasy championship with because he was just cons- consistently consistent. With he's not going to be the running back that's going to blow the top off the defense, but he's that bell
Hmm.
cow that's get you them hard tough yards that you need to get like on 3rd and 3 or something like that, or like goal line stance. He can get the ball in the end zone. I mean, get it in the end zone for you. So yeah, that's going to be tough. That might hinder Gibbs' progression a little bit, but
You think so?
yeah, but I just think the coaches he got to figure out how to use a two running back scheme because
Yeah.
it was a little bit weird last year with Williams and Jamal Williams, and when Swift was actually healthy, it was kind of hard, because you have two like good running backs that can. I think Swift can blow the top off of defense when healthy, and
Absolutely.
Jamal Williams is definitely shifty, which is I was kind of confused why they didn't resign him back, but NFL is a
They
business.
said it was a real tough decision. I was reading an article about it.
Yeah,
Said Dan Campbell really didn't want to get rid of him,
yeah,
but
just blew that one. But I mean, I can't get mad because you going to go get Gibbs. But then you don't really use him. But it's only the first week, so he's a rookie. They probably still trying to work him in as smooth as possible.
I
Uh,
mean, you definitely saw the burst, like when he was going between the lines and stuff. You saw the burst. Now you did see him make some rookie mistakes. I did,
yeah,
when they were
yeah,
down by the goal line, and
mhm.
he tried to cut back and circle back around them. Ended up losing them like 5 yards by doing that. So just little things, but you definitely see that quickness and that burst. So I think he definitely going to be a problem. I don't think Montgomery is going to hinder his growth too much, especially throughout the year. They don't want to burn out one running back. So they're going to be able to complement each other as they continue along. And the Lions have high aspirations. So, playoff hope. So they're definitely going to be using them later on in the season, if not right now.
Yeah, definitely. And then he was also Montgomery put him on that game winning drive to get the ball in the end zone. I thought they gave Mahomes enough too much time on the clock. But the defense showed up. They brought that pass rush. Aiden Hutchinson. I hate giving compliments to former Michigan players, but but he definitely brought the blitz, and you guys definitely going to miss C.J. Gardner Johnson because he was putting some hits
Yeah.
on some of them players. I'm like, sheesh, I'm glad we don't got to see that no more.
Detroit Lions defense definitely impressed me.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 50-50 thing because the Lions defense, you got to give them credit. They definitely slowed down Patrick Mahomes. They played as good a game as you can against the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the other hand, as well, the Chiefs receivers were horrible.
Oh
They were
boy,
absolutely horrible that game, and it just shows you the lack of depth that the Chiefs got right now in the wide receiver room. I mean, when Travis Kelce does come back, I mean that's not going to solve everything. Teams are going to
yeah,
start to double team him, and what is their second option going to be? I mean, that was supposed to be Kadarius Toney, and he absolutely was horrible that game, and one of the reasons they lost.
yeah. What do you have? 5 targets, 1 catch for a yard. He was dropping a lot of
Yeah,
passes.
he had about 4 or 5 drops in key moments.
Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. I took the Chiefs money line. Don't know what I was thinking there.
Oh, damn.
Oh, it gets better. I took the Mystics money line against the Atlanta Dream the other day. Put a 70 quick smooth little 75 on it. I just gave his casino donation. I thought that was an easy win for. I know you're not really in WNBA, but it was like I thought
Mm,
a lot. They were that was a game they should have won. The Atlanta Dream, I know we're not at as a topic, but Atlanta Dream are, might be here to play.
okay. Okay. No doubt.
But yeah, man. And then what else happened? Yeah, perhaps they should have kept Juju Smith Schuster on the team. Yeah, that's crazy to say, but it's looking like that right now. Crazily, sadly.
Yeah, I think if things continue along, I see the Chief GM definitely making a wide receiver move because what they got right now just is not going to cut it.
Yeah. Um, and then Pacheco, I was shocked about Pacheco. He really wasn't doing anything yesterday. I'm not saying
Didn't he
yesterday.
get hurt or something like that? 'Cause I remember like on the first half, he like went out for a little bit. I think like a nagging injury was bothering him that game.
Yeah, that's what they all were saying after that pitiful performance they put up. I think it was. I think he had like a cramp or something. And there's
Yeah.
other cramp, with Brian Branch, the rookie safety from Alabama that got drafted by the Lions. Pick six to start his career. That's hell of a way to start.
Yeah, I will definitely was impressed by Branch.
I liked him a lot. I'm shocked he fell that far when the draft. I wouldn't have been mad at Dallas with him. I mean, we got Curse and what's the other guy, Hooker. But you never can have enough good safety, especially a rookie that you can groom and become a beast. I think he'll be definitely a future Pro Bowler, if not All Pro, first or second team, and I'd say about 4 to 3. I would say 3 to 4 years. He has great ball hawk skills, know how to get to the ball, especially as a safety. And as you saw on Thursday with that pick six, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff, he had a good game. Hit Amon St. Brown on a quick slant route. I think Amon St. Brown picked off where he left off last year. People thought, some haters might thought he might have a slower year, but I just think he has he's on a team that's overlooked, which is obviously in the Detroit Lions, but I think he's definitely a top 10, 15, top 10 to 15 receiver in the NFL right now.
I'll definitely give him top 15. Yeah, and it's just he's in a slow market. They don't get televised as much. He doesn't get a lot of attention, but he's been putting up numbers. So definitely agree with that.
Oh yeah. I know. Look like Goff finally they building that connection. They built the connection from picking up from last season. So see how that continues to go. Patrick Mahomes, man, putting them all in money, and the receiver just couldn't catch it like he was talking about earlier. I know he was highly frustrated. He's saying he still had faith in his receivers. Bless his heart, because I would have been like, these guys suck. Somebody go get Mike Evans. Well, that's
No, I mean at the end of the day, he gotta support his team, whatever they rocking with. But I mean, definitely behind the scenes, he may not say it, but I mean the coaches, Andy Reid, the GM, everybody watching TV with two eyes could see the receivers. It was just what was not cutting it at all.
yeah, they definitely gonna need. If they want to make another run, they're gonna have to go get Mike Evans over there. It's a no brainer to me. And that'll
That
help.
may happen. That may
Yeah.
happen because they
Buck-
did the Bucks did not give him an extension, which I think is crazy. Like,
I,
well, why would
only
they
thing,
not give their best weapon?
yeah, only thing I could think why they didn't do that is he probably said like, "Look, man, I'm trying to." Well, I mean, he already got a Super Bowl, but he's like at this point in my career because he's always been a consistent thousand plus receiver. I think he's at a point
Yes,
like he's like, we don't really have no choice to compete. Y'all play Tom Brady with Baker Mayfield. That's a recipe for disaster. He's probably looking like, um, yeah, at the end of the season, if y'all don't trade me, I'll probably be going and go play for a contender or something.
that's
I was
true.
hearing
Okay.
that Dallas might be into it, or New York might be interested in him as well.
Well, I mean, they said the reports were that Dallas never made an offer. I mean,
Yeah,
you already got a pretty decent receiving room. You got Brandon Cooks now.
I
You
don't trust.
got
I don't trust Gallup.
you don't trust Gallup.
Yeah, I think
Gallup be putting up numbers for y'all, man.
yeah when he's healthy, but that's the question. When is he going to be healthy?
Okay. Because he had like an ACL tear or something, right?
Yeah, he came back last year, but he was
Okay.
obviously he came back, with a little rusty, but obviously take some time to come back off of that. But at this point in career, like we don't have time for the what ifs. We need the player that we know is going to come in and ball out. Like I love Brandon Cooks. He's a solid receiver. He's a sneaky guy that speeds to receiver that blows the top off of defense. I was talking to my cousin about this. She's like, "Yeah, we already got 3 receivers." I'm like, "We got 2 receivers, bro." Because Gallup is a big question mark, and I said, "Why wouldn't you want to have a big body like Mike Evans over there, a 6'5" receiver that's on the outside, on the other side of CD Lamb, and you got Cooks in the slot. Like that would give a defense
Man,
a nightmare because you don't know who you're gonna have who to cover.
yeah. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. Brandon Cooks, he's definitely a problem. He's just been on a sorry team,
Mm-hmm.
these last couple of years. But he definitely puts up numbers, and he's always been a solid receiver. So not looking forward to seeing y'all with Brandon Cooks out there. We'll see though.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing so we can blow past your slowy corners. Sorry, corners. Uh, we'll have 2 good games against you guys, man. It's always a bloodshed fight between us. But yeah, man, let's just jump into these week 1 predictions. I guess I'll start off. Oh, and then also if people are listening, we have a pick'em league. If you're ever trying to get into it, it's $10 to enter weekly. Winner takes the pot. Um, so yeah, I started off my picks. I took the Chiefs over the Lions. What a I thought it was a good decision. Yeah, I thought they would still win without Travis Kelce, but I guess the Lions found a way to win. That announcer was drawing saying like it's an asterisk win. It's never an asterisk win in the NFL. Injuries part of the
Right.
game. Next man up mentality. If the other people that's on the field don't step up and the other team does, like you can't discredit they win because somebody else players is out. It's not their fault. Uh, so that announcer was tripping. I took the Commanders over Washington. I like Eric Bieniemy. I think he's definitely. I think next year he'll be the head coach.
Mm, okay.
Full decision here early on, start the season. I think this is a job for him now. So the nobody can say, "Oh, Andy Reid was also calling plays." This is strictly all him calling plays now, and I think he's going to flourish in this office, especially with Terry McLaurin. I think he revamps Curtis Samuel's career. I see they was having Jamison Crowder visit there, after which I think is very scary for any NFC East team that Jamison Crowder. I used to play with the Redskins, sorry, the Commanders back a few years ago when he was in that slot, and he got very, very active in that slot position. So that is a very dangerous move for the Commanders that many people probably will overlook. I took the Panthers over the Falcons. I don't believe in Desmond Ritter, but I do believe in Bryce.
Whoa. Okay.
Bengals over Browns. That was a no-brainer for me. They might three-peat for the AFC North champs. Ravens over Texans. That was a no-brainer.
Wait, hold on. I gotta go back for a second. You said the Browns versus the
Bengals.
Browns versus the Bengals is a no-brainer.
I love Deshaun Watson, but
You really
I
sleeping on my man Deshaun, but
oh, I
it's
love
cool.
Deshaun Watson, man.
He gonna show the doubters up.
That's
It's
one of
all
my
good.
favorite quarterbacks outside of Jalen Hurts. But Icy Joe is different. I got them winning. Ravens over Texans. I took the Jaguars over the Colts. I think that Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley combo is going to be crazy this year. I'm mad I didn't draft them both in fantasy. I had several opportunities, and I just by the time I would try to get Ridley, somebody would take him either a pick or a few picks before me, and it wasn't meant to be. 49ers over Steelers is a no-brainer to me. Um, I don't like Kenny Pickett. So yeah, that's why I'm taking 49. I let it do.
Steelers been really hyped up this year. They saying they're gonna do something, so we'll see.
Don't worry
They
about it.
look really good in the preseason, but that's just preseason.
It's gonna be real quiet by the end of the day. But I love my man Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, please come over to Dallas so we can finally win the Super Bowl again. Uh Vikings over Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a no-brainer for me. That JJ, Justin Jefferson, and Kirk Cousins combo as to add on top of that, USC speedster Jordan Addison to replace Adam Thielen. I think that's going to be a match made in heaven as well. Once he gets the ropes in, and I think he's going to have a great season with them. I'll say around what 890 yards receiving, maybe about 6 or 7 touchdowns in that offense.
I don't know, man. I mean, the Vikings lost a lot. They lost Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen. They lost some stuff on defense.
I think they still repeat the NFC North.
Go ahead.
I think they still repeat the NFC North. I don't trust the Packers. I was thinking about the Bears because they got, now they got DJ Moore to pair with Chase Claypool and Mooney, and still got a tight end commit. They're building a offensive line as well by picking Paris Johnson, former Ohio State player, offensive tackle. But I think they still got some more building to do. So I just see the Vikings repeating. I took the Saints over the Texans. I mean, over not the Texans, over the Titans. Taking the Bears over the Green Bay. I think this is the breakout year for the Bears offense this year. That's old dark horse. I was hesitant to put them in my parlay for any division winners, but I was like I didn't want to get too greedy. Seahawks over Rams. This is before I had the Seahawks over Rams even before the cut was out released put on IL. I think the Seahawks are just I like their wide receiver core got even crazier now. You got Lockett, what already had Lockett with Metcalf, and then you add Jackson Ngoba Smith, former Ohio State wide receiver, on top of that. It really just, and then you have Kenneth Walker in the backfield. I just think that offense is stellar, and Pete Carroll always makes the right calls. So I got Seahawks winning. I would have one in the division, but I just say that San Fran defense is too tough. So I obviously have San Fran win that division. Broncos over Raiders. I'm taking the Broncos. Sean Payton was talking crazy about Nathaniel Hackett. I don't know if you watch Hard Knocks. So
Yeah, I saw the news conference about it.
yes,
Aaron
so
Rodgers was like, keep my coach's name out your mouth.
I love it. I love the energy. You got to back your coach. But Sean Payton definitely going to have them Broncos right this year, much more than Nathaniel Hackett did, unfortunately. I'm taking Dolphins over Chargers. Eagles over Patriots is no brainer to me.
Ooh, okay.
Bill Belichick is definitely a mastermind of finding a way to.
Wait, hold on. Say that pick again.
I took the Eagles over. Shut up, bro. Eagles over
Oh
the.
no, I was making sure. I thought you said the Patriots over the Eagles. I was like, hold up.
No. I took the Eagles over Patriots, man. It's Hurts game over here. But one thing about Bill Belichick, he always finds a way to take the best player out of the game, and the best player in the Eagles' offense is definitely Jalen Hurts. So I'm sure he's gonna have a scheme to slow him down. But with a player that, like he
No,
said,
that's facts.
like a player that's stellar, or that type of stellar talent. I mean, it's only so much slowing down you can do. Then you got one of the best games for today, Cowboys Giants. Always a good first week one game. I'm taking Dallas, of course, over the Giants, although it's not going to be a walk in the park. I say it's
Yeah,
2021.
it's gonna be a slugfest for sure.
Yeah, because Dakota Prescott going to do something stupid to mess us up today. Uh, then I got the Bills over the Jets. I mean, Hard Knocks gave them all this hype. I love the Jets. The offense looked good. The defense always been stellar. The offense let it finally starting to wake up. But I just can't bet against Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen and Sean McDermott. So I'm gonna take the Bills over the Jets for the Monday Night Football game. Who do you got, Kyle?
What I got for all my picks? All right, bet. Let's see. So Chiefs versus Lions. Yeah, I mean everybody was going to pick the Chiefs. We did have some people, pick the Lions, but nobody was 100%
Yeah.
convinced that the Lions was going to win. So they lying. But yeah. So I had the Chiefs for the Thursday night game. Bengals versus Browns. I am calling the upset that the Browns are going to win this game. I think Deshaun Watson has a great comeback year. And I think that he's going to shock the world with this Bengals win and let them know that the Browns are in the building. Texans versus the Ravens. I definitely got to go with the Ravens on this one. CJ Stroud, he's going to do some good things. But, the Ravens obviously is the more complete team. Lamar Jackson, they're going to get things rolling week one. Buccaneers versus Vikings. Vikings, I think, are going to win this game. They definitely are going to take a step back, but I think they have enough to beat the Bucs, who are definitely downgrading this year from what they were with Brady. Then we got the Panthers versus the Falcons. I am going to go ahead with the Falcons on this one. I think the Falcons are just have more veteran presence. They got Bijan Robinson. I think he's going to go off this game. And, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, he's going to do great things, but, he's going to have them rookie bumps. And week one, I just don't see him, having enough experience yet to be able to take down the Falcons. Cardinals versus the Commanders. I think this is going to be a very close game. Commanders should win this game, but I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. Jags versus the Colts. Let's see. Jags versus the Colts. I want to go with the Jags, but I think the Colts can remain competitive in this game. But I do think ultimately Doug Peterson, he's a great head coach. Trevor Lawrence, he's making great strides. That Jag offense got a lot going on, so I think the Jags will pull it out, maybe a field goal, by a field goal.
Yeah, I
You got
like it.
49ers versus the Steelers. Ooh, I think the 49ers are going to win this game. Mike Tomlin, he always fights hard every game with his head, with his coaching prowess. The Steelers, they got a high-powered offense this year, but I think the 49ers are just too much with the defense and the offense combo. I think the 49ers pull it out. Titans versus the Saints. This is going to be a back and forth slugfest on this one. Both of them have high expectations this year. Derek Carr coming in. Titans got DeAndre Hopkins, another great weapon. So there's going to be a back and forth slugfest. I honestly don't know who is going to win this game. But if I had to choose, I'm just going to say the Titans because they have more continuity. Ryan Tannehill with his weapons, Derek Carr, he may still need to build that relationship with his weapons a little bit. Raiders versus the Broncos. This is another pick 'em. I mean, both of them had a disappointing season last year. Obviously, we got Jimmy G there now with the Raiders, and Russell Wilson. He has Sean Payton there, hoping to right the ship a little bit because he was horrible last year. So honestly, I really don't know who's going to win this game either. If I had to choose, I'll just say Russell because he's got a lot to prove this year. So I think maybe he might show a little bit more this game, week one, to make a statement. Eagles versus the Patriots. Obviously, you already know I go with my Eagles every week. I think Jalen Hurts is going to start strong this year. DeAndre Swift, I got him going off for a touchdown too this game. Now, I will say this. This was one of the most heavily bet games for the Eagles. But I do not think that the Eagles are going to blow out the Patriots this game. It is going to be a close game. It is the Patriots opening night. Brady's opening night or something like that? Or they like hanging Brady's jersey or something like that?
Yeah,
I think
I saw somebody tweeted earlier. It was like Eagles in New England just to ruin Tom Brady's day one more time. I said, yo, y'all fans out of
so.
line, bro.
So yeah, I do think the Patriots got something to fight for this game, and obviously, like you said, Bill Belichick is the master game planner, so he will slow down the Eagles a little bit, but ultimately the Eagles are just a more complete roster, so they will take this game. Rams versus the Seahawks. I definitely got the Seahawks on this one. I think the Rams are definitely declining. I mean, they had their hype, with the Super Bowl a couple years ago, but now you're seeing the after effects of the roster uphaul where they're losing a lot of people. They don't got Ramsey no more. I think Kupp is injured this game, and so yeah, the Seahawks should definitely win this one comfortably. Dolphins versus the Chargers. This is going to be a great game. I mean, you got two high-powered offenses again. Dolphins got Jalen Ramsey. So, oh wait, no, Ramsey's out for the year, isn't he? Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, sadly. Right.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So, well, I definitely still think the Dolphins is a talented team, despite that big loss. Um, so this is going to be a back and forth game. Damn, I really don't know who to choose for this one.
No, I tell you to choose. If Tua stays
Chargers.
healthy, you better take the Dolphins.
You said what?
Waddle and Tyreek Hill is a crazy combo.
Yeah, you're right. They are a crazy combo. All right, I'm gonna go ahead with the Dolphins. I'm gonna trust you on this one with Rob. I'm gonna go ahead with the Dolphins on you on this
Love
one.
that for you, brother.
Packers versus the Bears. I think it's gonna be a very low scoring affair. Um, both of them have tough defenses. Packers have a sneaky good defense. Bears, obviously, they're on the decline a little bit from when they had all those players like Khalil Mack and all that, but they still got a nasty defense. But I'm gonna go with Justin Fields on this one. I like Justin Fields. I think he's got some weapons around him this year. He's got those cobwebs a little bit out from the last couple of years of learning the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love, he did look good preseason, but he's got to show me something before I start picking him for games. So I'm gonna
Facts.
go ahead with the Bears.
All right.
Cowboys versus the Giants.
Okay,
This
let's
is gonna be
set up for
a
this one.
slugfest. Go ahead.
I said, let me set up for this answer. Let me go ahead.
Cowboys versus the Giants. This is going to be a slugfest. These two teams always play each other hard. Both of them are competitive. However, I gotta, as much as I hate to say it, I mean it's almost a sin for me to say this, but I got the Cowboys winning this game. Just because the Cowboys got the more complete team. They got the better wide receiver core. I believe they have the better defense. So yeah, the Cowboys should win this, but this is going to come down to the fourth quarter. I mean, don't sleep on the Giants. They got Saquon Barkley, who has got something to prove now after he fought for that contract. So I could definitely see Barkley going off this game. But if they are able to slow down Barkley, for sure, I see the Cowboys winning. Bills versus the Jets. This is going to be a crazy good game too. I'm definitely looking forward to this game. Everybody's picking the Bills. I think they want to see Aaron Rodgers in this offense first before they start picking them. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go with Aaron Rodgers on this one. What I did see last year is the Jets defense, which is really good. A top three defense in the league, in my opinion.
Okay.
So now that they got a quarterback to go with that on the offensive side, I'm going to go with the Jets with the upset. And those are my picks for the week.
All right, man. You got any betting locks before we wrap this up?
Who's a betting lock for the week? I'll definitely go with the Eagles. Are definitely a betting lock. I definitely there's no possible way I see the Patriots beating the Eagles to win on Sunday. And then finally, I'll give you one more lock. Ravens over the Texans. Ain't no way the Texans are going to beat the Ravens. They're going to have some bumps, some learning curves as they have their new rookie quarterback. But the Ravens should definitely win this one comfortably.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. Put that in your parlays, people.
Yes, that's almost automatic. I mean, I'm surprised the sports books don't have them at a lower percentage, but I think right now it's at like plus 120, which is still good. I would put that in the parlay.
And I'm gonna be honest, if you want to get greedy, put 2 touchdowns because I feel like he might. I know he's getting one rush touchdown for sure, but he might mess around and get 2 in here today.
Yep.
Obviously Ravens -10. I'm definitely taking that. It's kind of a high little spread, but they're playing the Texans at home. J.K. Dobbins is back. You got Odell. Lamar finally got a solid receiving core with Odell, Rashad Bateman, and then what's the rookie? What was his name? Zay Flowers, who's a great route runner from Boston College. I know you guys probably,
Fast as hell.
yeah, you guys probably didn't watch ACC football, but who the hell does? But definitely a great wide receiver. Added to the offense with Lamar, who's already a assassin with the picks defense away with his legs and finally can sit in the pocket a little longer, and actually throw some receivers that are worth throwing to. That's people are always saying Lamar has been a runner. I mean, over the years, who the hell was he going to throw the ball to? I mean, you had Hollywood,
Right.
but that was about it. You had one receiver and one good tight end. Like, I don't care how good of a quarterback you are, you need to have at least 2 good wide receivers along with a tight end. And he never had 2 good wide receivers. He finally got that opportunity now, potentially 3. And you got the running game back with his running back J.K. Dobbins, who had torn ACL and came back last year, got injured. So now he got his full roster back. Then you got Mark Andrews, of course, is one of his favorite targets. So it's definitely a lock for me. I'll just stick with that. And of course, Dallas money line, or you can take the spread -3. I'll definitely say we win by a field goal. It might be a push, but put that in your ticket. -3 Dallas Cowboys.
All right. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, yeah, man, Kyle, you want to add anything else before we wrap this up?
Hey man, it's football season. It's finally here. I'm excited. So it's going to be a lot of great episodes, a lot of stuff to talk about on the podcast. So, just stay tuned.
Definitely. Too bad Raj's not on here. He's in 2 leagues with me in fantasy baseball, and look like he's not making the playoffs in either one of those. I'm playing him in the championship right now. His team's name is the defending champ since he won last year. I'm up 11. I'm up 1129, 894. You can put that championship in the bag for me.
All
Rob,
right, let's see you.
oh yeah, Rob. You see hear this podcast later. Yeah, man, good season. You can change your name from next year to defending runner up. So But yeah, that's all I had to add, man. Appreciate you coming on, Kyle.
No doubt, man. To the next time. Peace.
All right, peace.